Industrial processing of grains is a marvel of efficiency, but it has profound implications for nutrition. Flour and rice mills take harvested grains and transform them into forms suitable for wide-scale distribution, shelf stability, and consumer convenience. Understanding what happens in these processes and how to navigate labels allows consumers to select products that maximize nutritional value while still enjoying convenience and taste. From a positive analytical perspective, processing is not inherently negative. It becomes problematic only when nutrients are unnecessarily removed or when consumers are unaware of what they are purchasing. Knowledge empowers choices that preserve health benefits while taking advantage of the practicality modern milling provides. At the start of the milling process, grains are cleaned, dehulled, and conditioned to the appropriate moisture level for grinding. For wheat, this often involves separating the bran, germ, and endosperm. The endosperm, which contains mostly starch and some protein, is ground into fine white flour. The bran and germ, rich in fiber, B vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, are removed to extend shelf life and create a finer texture suitable for baked goods. In rice milling, a similar process occurs. Brown rice is polished to remove the bran and germ, producing white rice that is softer, cooks faster, and has a longer shelf life but loses fiber, magnesium, B vitamins, and beneficial lipids. Bleaching agents may be used in flour to improve color and baking characteristics, while enrichment programs add back select nutrients such as iron, folic acid, thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin to partially compensate for losses. While enrichment improves public health outcomes, it cannot fully restore the spectrum of nutrients present in intact grains, and it typically does not replace fiber or antioxidants removed during processing. Despite these trade-offs, processed grains are not nutritionally barren. Enriched flours and polished rice still provide energy, some protein, and B vitamins, and they serve as vehicles for fortification programs that prevent deficiencies on a population scale. Moreover, industrial processing enables consistent quality, uniform cooking behavior, and long-term storage, which can reduce food waste and support reliable access to staple grains in urban and rural settings alike. When chosen thoughtfully, these products can be part of a nutrient-conscious diet, particularly when paired with vegetables, legumes, and other whole foods. For consumers, understanding labeling is essential. Terms like whole grain, 100% whole wheat, and enriched provide important clues about nutrient content and processing. Whole grain indicates that the flour or rice contains all three parts of the kernel, bran, germ, and endosperm, regardless of particle size. 100% whole wheat specifies that all the wheat in the product is whole grain, offering maximal fiber, mineral, and phytonutrient content. In contrast, enriched or fortified products have had some nutrients added back after processing. While these help prevent deficiencies, they usually lack fiber and many naturally occurring phytonutrients. Labels can also indicate processing methods indirectly, such as stone ground or unbleached, which often preserve more nutrients and avoid chemical treatments, though these terms are not regulated as strictly as whole grain. Shopping strategies can further optimize nutrient intake without sacrificing convenience. First, prioritize products labeled 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat whenever possible. For rice, choose brown, parboiled, or minimally milled options to retain fiber, vitamins, and minerals. If using enriched products, combine them with vitamin C-rich foods or legumes to enhance iron absorption and improve the overall nutrient balance of the meal. Reading ingredient lists helps. Whole grain flours should appear as the first ingredient, and added sugars, bleaching agents, or unnecessary stabilizers can be minimized. Buying smaller batches or storing grains in airtight containers, including refrigeration or freezing for whole grains, can help preserve oils in the germ that would otherwise oxidize and reduce nutrient quality. Practical meal planning can bridge the gap between processed and minimally processed grains. For example, Using a mix of 50% whole wheat and 50% enriched white flour in bread preserves desirable texture while boosting fiber and minerals. Similarly, combining brown and parboiled rice in a pilaf or batch-cooked meal maximizes nutrient retention while maintaining a convenient cooking profile. When time or texture preferences favor processed grains, pairing them with nutrient-dense toppings, vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats helps offset potential losses, demonstrating that thoughtful combinations can fully leverage industrially processed grains in a health-supportive diet. Ultimately, industrial processing is a tool, not an adversary. Understanding the mechanics of milling, bleaching, enrichment, and polishing allows consumers to make choices that protect nutrients, support satiety, and align with health goals. By focusing on labels like whole grain and 100% whole wheat, reading ingredient lists, and applying simple meal planning strategies, shoppers can enjoy the convenience and consistency of processed grains while maintaining fiber, mineral, and phytonutrient intake. In this way, knowledge transforms everyday grains from neutral or compromised calories into versatile, nutrient-conscious staples capable of supporting both daily energy needs and long-term health.